What up, world? It's Charles Brown back again for another Talking Facts. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell to get notified. All right, man. Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher, who will come out on top? First of all and foremost, I 100% think this is the wackest beef I think I probably have seen in a long time. Right? Two dope lyricists are beefing for what? Benny don't even strike me as the kind of guy that want to rap beef. Right? He strikes me as the kind of guy, he'd rather get money out here and be to himself and rock with people who rock with him. And Freddie Gibbs seems like outside of his raps, he is really, 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 really doing too much in a way. And I say that because I see Freddie Gibbs starting a lot of stuff that's unnecessary. I feel like, and that's my guy. Again, I say it all the time. I like Freddie Gibbs' music. He makes some dope music. But it seems like his thing is, I just seen Freddie in that show, Bust Down on Peacock. Hilarious. He plays the manager of the casino, one of the managers of the casino. And Freddie Gibbs is hilarious in that show. But I also see that Freddie has little regard for leaving stuff alone. And he seems to attack people unprovoked, right? And Freddie seems to find everything funny, which ain't nothing wrong with a sense of humor, but he does it at the expense of people who be rocking with him at first. And he doesn't seem like a guy that after a while is going to be rocking with you in a year. He seemed like one of these guys going to rock with you for a minute until he feel like, I don't know what he feel like. It seemed like, if I had to guess, because this whole thing started with Freddie, in my opinion. Not even my opinion, I think it's a fact. I don't know behind the scenes what was going on, but I know publicly it started when Freddie made a crack about Benny getting robbed in Houston. Right? When Benny got robbed and shot at the Walmart, which is, why you at a Walmart? But Benny got shot at a Walmart, Freddie said something slick on Twitter. Now, why you would say something slick about a dude almost losing his life, I have no idea. But apparently he thought it was funny enough to put it online. And it clicked. Because if I'm Benny, I'm really like, bro, we got songs together. Why you coming out against me on something? Like, anybody could get got. Like, to be honest with you, any street dude that laugh at another street dude for getting robbed and shot really ain't that street to me. Because you know the consequences of being street. You know the consequences of being out there, and you could get caught. Anybody can get caught. And I ain't even gonna say lacking, because life is life. You're not always walking around with your pistol out, walk around, look like that's not lacking, bro. Right? They can get the drop on anybody. Unless you're a military man and y'all form a whole pyramid of death where y'all shoot anything that move and y'all never sleep 24/7. Y'all always watch it. Like, it's impossible. So somebody's going to get shot sometimes, bro. Somebody's going to get hit. Some people going to get locked up. Some people going to get beat up. It is what it is. And any real person that's in the streets understands that. This is the game. That's what it is. So for a so-called street general to find humor in someone else getting shot and almost losing their life, I find it kind of, to be honest with you, it's kind of whack to me. To be honest. And if I'm going to call a spade and be 100%, I'm thinking Freddie looking weird to me right now. Because Freddie going at any and everybody and he won't let up. And it's like, yo, you're not going at people for righteous stuff or like stuff that people did to you. Most of the stuff is you did to other people. Right? Freddie cracks a joke, and then if you take offense, then he keeps going even worse. It's like you're supposed to eat anything he say, and then it's like Freddie the new 50 and Tekashi combined, right? And it's like, bruh, sometimes it's loyalty. Like, if you're going to crack that joke, crack it to me. Get me on the phone, crack it to me. Don't put it on social media, and I ain't even see it coming. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even see it coming. Right? And now Freddie got all this stuff in retaliation. He not letting it die down. He making it worse. Right? Benny went on stage and was like, "Oh, y'all see these rap dudes on my dick, right? All this stuff, like whatever." And he never said it was Benny. Benny never said it was Freddie, right? Benny was just doing what rappers do. They talk junk in between sets. He said, "You see them, you see these rap dudes, da 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 da," whatever he said, right? Freddie goes on Instagram and starts putting stories up, da 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 da, talking about Benny, this and that. Why would I beg you to collaborate? Because Benny has said whoever the miscellaneous rapper was, begged them to collaborate, begged them to do an album together because they supposedly had an album coming out together. And now Freddie goes online talking about why would I beg somebody who ain't doing more numbers than me? My whole thing is, right, I get it that beef sells and it gets you more followers and things of that nature. I get all that. And this is a whole new game, and academics is right. You got to learn how to play the game this way. Like Meek Mill get too mad about it. He don't understand that this is Twitter. He don't understand that this is half of the stuff means nothing, and the other half is nowhere. It goes nowhere. It just goes, evaporates, and people forget. He doesn't realize that. He think everything is street code, G code, all this fake stuff, right? Which I should do a whole video about how fake the G code is, but let's move on. He doesn't get it. But Freddie gets it. You got to play with the stuff. You got to taunt people. You got to nah. No, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's taking a book out of an internet troll. He's taking a page out of an internet troll's book, How to Be an Internet Troll 101. He read the book back and forth, and that's what you do. You get more followers and fans, the more you work people up and get them mad at you, and you seem to be the cool one in the room, and da-da-da. Right? And even some of the stuff, even as an internet troll, some of the stuff Freddie says sounds like, yo, you was going to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew what to do was that. I could have did something. So this is, when you start talking about you could have sent somebody to do anything or you could have got somebody, that's where you're not trolling no more, in my opinion. Me, I'm taking it very personal. Somebody like, oh, I know where you was at and I could have did. That's not a troll no more at that point no more. You ain't trolling me no more. You talking about real world consequences, right? We're not talking about trolling no more. So when Freddie talking about he could get academics touching all the stuff he was saying about whoever else he was saying it about, that's when it got a little weird, right? So I feel like Freddie he trolls and he doesn't draw the line well because he has no loyalty to anybody. It seems like anybody. And that's why I got a problem, right? And I'm going to be listening really carefully to what Freddie says these days when he does start these whatever new projects he got. They probably be fire. He knows how to pick his beats. He knows how to write. He going to make some dope hooks and this and that. But when you overly talk this street stuff, right? All this street, that, street. I got this, I got that, I bought this, I got this, that. At some point, I'm going to expect to see that street stuff in real life. Not saying I'm expecting you to be clapping at people and this and that, but I'm expecting you to stand up and be a thorough dude, right? And a thorough dude won't rap with you on one record, and then at the second time, he's dissing you and clowning you. That's not tough to me, right? And you might be like, well, people turn each other all the time on the streets. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they have a reason. It don't be no reason with this guy. It don't be no rhyme or reason. It just be out of nowhere. He flips on you and it's it. There's no reason. It feel like jealousy almost. It feel like Benny was making a little bit too much. People was talking a little bit too much Benny. It feel like there's only a handful of people that the industry really talks about with the highest standards. And Benny's one of them. And it feel like Freddie, I'm just got to keep it a buck. It felt like Freddie started to not like it. And Freddie was waiting for that one moment where he can put that chink in his armor. And that robbery put the chink. And there it is. It's like, oh, I got to get him now. I think Freddie has that complex of, I can only be the man up here with this drug stuff. Right? They're getting a little too close. Yeah, I did some collabs with this dude, but now he's starting to inch into my lane. When he was just that young kid from Buffalo trying to come up. We ain't young, but when he was that guy from Buffalo that people were saying was nice, he was underdog, then it became whatever. But I think Benny talks real big in the records, which don't bother anybody who's doing their own thing. But a guy with like low key. I'm not even gonna say insecurities because y'all gonna take that wrong. But with a guy that kind of wanna be it, when you start talking too big and you start talking too untouchable, people start taking it as subliminals and they start taking stuff like, yo, this guy think he better than me, right? Conway and Benny talk some big, and Westside talk some big stuff about being the best in the game. Talk about being the best, and they talk a lot of people stole my style and a lot of this and that. They talk a lot of big stuff in the music, in them raps. And a dude that's low key insecure, he ain't gonna be able to handle it for too long. Like one of them records, I feel like when he was on Benny's joint, and he's like, I wasn't gonna rap on this bitch. Like, I was like, this nigga sound like a dude that low key. He's like, I wasn't gonna rap on this bitch, and then he rapped. It sound like a dude that's doing it because they not gonna stop him, right? Because he's gonna probably do the hook, but he just did a rap anyway, and he knew that they wasn't gonna take it off because he's gonna get offended, so he left it on, right? My whole thing is, dudes will try you. I think Freddie was trying them a little bit, and when they didn't respond. Because these dudes they're not looking for that. They're not in it for that. So when he tried them a little bit and it got away, he tried them a little more. And then when he tried them a little more, then he unleashed and was like, whatever. Because I think there's a little bit of jealousy in there. A little bit of jealousy. I'm going to be honest with you. So, end of the day, this is the all-time wackest beef because these are two great artists beefing for nothing, right? I can see why Meek Mill and Drake was beefing, right? And that's really for nothing either. But I can see at least Meek had a ironclad reason, even though it wasn't valid. It was an ironclad reason. You knew what his beef was. It was he said it. This is the problem, right? This thing has no beginning, no end. There's no reason for these two to be beefing. It ain't no streets, nothing. So it's like, wow, like two of the dopest artists of our time can just randomly have a beef. What else are we supposed to take it as other than jealousy? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, but I like both these dudes. I just listened to Benny. I listened to Benny joint quite a few times, right? And it gets better every time I hear it. So I listen to a lot of Freddie stuff. So I'm like, why these two dudes? You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you spend too much time with these rap guys, somehow they turn on you. If I don't understand it, and Drake could tell you better than I can how many of these guys he did a verse for, they blew up, then they turned on him, and he could tell you better than me, right? I don't know, man. Get in the comments, let me know what you think, man. Is this jealousy? Did we just see something, an ugly side of something that had no reason to turn sour? Now it's sour. And my whole thing about Freddie, and I hope he really got muscle like he acting like, because I really don't want this to turn into something. Because the simple problem with this is, it's a lot of guys out there who ain't industry. They're not in the trolling, right? They're not into none of that. They on site. They on some on site. And if you a rapper making beats for no reason in this climate, when you wake up every morning and somebody else done got hit in the head and shot in the chest and all, like it makes to beef right now, I think it's very foolish. It don't make no sense because these people killing rappers for no reason. Let alone if you talking junk. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Is Freddie jealous? Is Benny corny? I don't know, man. CLBMG. Make sure you check out the website. Make sure you go down there in my playlist too. I got some music down there y'all want to hear. And I got some shows. We do the Clash the Podcast. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
CLB.